Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes. And today I am very excited to bring you this recipe. I am going to be showing you how to make Bailey's Nanaimo bars. Now this is definitely a twist on the classic Nanaimo bars, and they are just wonderful, perfect for the season, and you are going to love them. Now there are three parts to this recipe. We are going to start off with the base, and then I'll show you how to make the filling and then the chocolate topping. And that's about it. You also want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you also want to have a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, which has been lightly greased with some non-stick spray and lined with some parchment paper. And the ingredients we'll be needing here are, I have some graham cracker crumbs, I have some sweetened shredded coconut, we also have a mixture of pecans and walnuts that I have chopped in my food processor, and so that's for our dry ingredients. And here we have some melted butter. We also have some sugar and some unsweetened cocoa powder, an egg, and some vanilla extract. And that's all we are going to need for the base. So let's move on to making the first part of our Bailey's Nanaimo bars. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is place all of my wet ingredients here into a measuring cup. You can use a small bowl, whatever you have on hand. Whoops. And our vanilla here. And we're going to give this a good whisk. Okay, so we will set our wet ingredients aside here. And now what we're going to do is place all of our dry ingredients in a bowl. Our sugar and cocoa powder as well. And we're going to give this a good mix, and then we will incorporate our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients until it forms a thick kind of mixture. I'll show you what it looks like once we get to that time. But for now, we are going to mix our dry ingredients. Okay, so now we are definitely ready to add in our wet ingredients. So just give it another quick little mix before adding it in, just to make sure everything is nicely incorporated together. Okay, so this is what your mixture should look like. It will resemble kind of like coarse crumbs, okay? Almost like wet sand, except it is a little bit different than a regular graham cracker crust, but similar to that, okay? And now we are ready to place this into our prepared pan, and then we will bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Okay, so my base is baked now, and it was in the oven for 10 minutes. And now you want to make sure that it comes to room temperature. You don't want to place any filling on top until it is cooled at room temperature. So now these are the ingredients we'll be needing for our filling. What we have here is some icing sugar. We have some softened butter at room temperature. We have some custard powder, very important ingredient, and you can find this at your local grocery store in the baking section. And here we have some Bailey's, any Irish cream will do, any brand. And we also have some vanilla extract, and that's about it. So let's move on to making our filling. Okay, so now that we have our base completely cooled, we are ready to work on our filling. So into our bowl, we are going to whisk our butter. We're going to cream it until it is a nice creamy texture. Okay, so this is good, and now we are ready to add in all of our remaining ingredients. And now we will whisk our ingredients here until we have a nice smooth consistency. Okay, so once you have made your filling, just give it another little mix with your spatula, making sure that everything is mixed together and you don't have any icing sugar or anything visible, so that it is perfectly smooth. So now you want to place your filling on top of your cooled base. You need to make sure that it is completely cooled before placing your filling, or it will melt and just become a mess. So let's do that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so just take your time while spreading it so it's nice and even, and so that you don't pick up any of the crumbs from the base. So just be careful and be a little patient with it, and it will be perfectly fine. So now we are going to place this into our fridge for about 45 minutes. Once the 45 minutes are almost up, we will be ready to make our chocolate topping. Okay, so our base and our filling have been in the fridge for about 30 minutes now, and now is the perfect time to work on our chocolate topping. So what I have in here is some semi-sweet chocolate chips and some butter, and what we're going to do is we're going to place this over medium-low heat on our stove top, and we're going to allow them to both melt together. Now you need to keep a close eye on it and not get distracted, because your chocolate can easily burn, so keep stirring, keep an eye on it until they have both melted together. Okay, so you just need a little bit of patience to spread your chocolate, and it will come out perfect. Now it is the perfect amount of chocolate because you don't need a thick layer of it. You need just a nice thin layer. So as soon as you remove it from the stovetop, you just want to directly spread it on the filling. So the filling has been in the fridge for 45 minutes. So once you have your chocolate done, you just want to place it right on top. And now we're going to place it back into the fridge for another half an hour or so, or when you notice that the chocolate is nice and firm. Okay, so my Nanaimo bars were in the fridge for 45 minutes, and now we are definitely ready to cut into them. These are just amazing. You can definitely taste the Baileys in them. They are perfection on every level, and you must give these ones a try. And it's so simple to put together, just a few steps, and definitely worth it for the holiday season coming up. And that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The links will be in the description box below along with the recipe. And I'll see you on my next video. Take care. Bye everyone.